Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. And the main reason for this is there is stuff in Fistborn I want to talk about, and UBG does actually correlate in a way. Because one of our next big content updates is related to this game. Or at least not entirely related, like from a game sense, but related in terms of like, you know, getting, inspiration from the game and shit. But I want you to spend the next, let's say, a little bit. I'll give you about 10 seconds to guess what our next content update is, just from glancing at this game. I feel like you'll be able to connect the dots with all the developer talk lately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if you couldn't guess it in that time frame, it's branching styles. And the reasoning as to why I'm putting this out right now is I know we have the one for boxing done. Or not completely done. I know the idle and stuff are done. I have no clue about the branching movesets or the passives. However, I can say that we do have the idle done. But we will be rolling most of these out in one big update if we can do it, especially when we get to that new map. And speaking of a new map, that's actually what we have next. So if you've played Fistborn, you know that we're actually on an island. What I'm trying to do is to get Suki to pick a day where where we can get a whole massive cutscene made, where we actually evacuate the island, my bad, and go to this new city. Because if you don't know, this city is actually huge. But for all the, the pro sweats who will be watching this video and stuff who are about 5k TP, guess what's getting removed from the game in the new map? The dock. And I know that sucks because it was kind of like your best way to gain TP, but I promise it does come with something else. Because what I'm also trying to get is more content added, so you can actually find more NPCs, and it'll essentially be like a real-time raid. So instead of you having to go to a separate map to do the raids, you can actually just fight NPCs in the map itself, instead of like having to go to a whole different place for it. But also, I just realized something in my ass had it to me. But great lord, I'm terrible at this game. But the map is actually going to be quite a bit bigger. We also have quite a few builders on it as well. So if I'm right, the update will be out in about a month or so. I'm roughly assuming it's next month because we have about half of it done. Granted, that's not assuming any of the scripts or all that, but I do know the map itself is about halfway done. So I do hope we can pop it out as fast as possible. Another thing, I know there's a lot of balance changes coming, like soon. Not like, when the new map comes out or anything, but I know like soonish we have new maps and stuff. Or not maps, balances. Like I know boxing is probably gonna end up catching a nerf, which I'm not that surprised about. I've been hearing from the community that it needs one, so it does make sense to me. But along with that, some other styles are gonna catch nerfs as well, from what I know. Nothing too big though, from what I understand at least. Nothing too big, at least from what I understand. I could be wrong about that. But from what I understand, the nerfs are kind of just to rebalance a lot of the stuff, especially muscle. Because muscle's been diffing everyone from what I understand. Like, it's just been an insane climb up for muscle right now. Like, from what I understand, muscle's dominating the meta so much right now. Ooh, that's gonna do some damage. In fact, I think that just turned off my burn. If this doesn't knock me out in one hit. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, this character actually has, it doesn't have enough HP. But I am trying to get a lot more styles into the game as well. Like, whilst we're nerfing stuff, I'm trying to get more stuff in the game as well, like more styles to pick from. Like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some animations made. I'm going to take those animations for the styles, and I'm going to propose them to Suki. If she says yes, I'll try and get them in the game as fast as I can. But I do know that we should be getting a couple more in the new map, along with stuff for like the Woo players. Because as of right now, there's only one person with a Woo. It does have decent buffs. It really does. It's like 15 to 25% for every stat. I'm sorry, bro. Like, in my opinion, like, the boost isn't OD. It's very much so at the, like, middle point, in my opinion. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. Well, no, it is the best, actually. In terms of style, it's the best, but you don't have a special mode or anything. However, I know you will have that, you know, the special mode they have in the future. I believe it's called, like, Oolong or something. Hold on, let me look that up. We're fact checking this. Wu Kengen. I believe they do have a version of removal. I also do want to get the goo pot in the game as well. I want it to be a game mode where like you'll fight a whole bunch of different players, and yeah, it's Gui Huin or Gui Hun. It's, you know, just their version of removal. It essentially just means demon spirit from what I'm reading. But yeah, so what I'm trying to do is realistically, I'm just out here trying to get like more content for everyone because I know people want it. Like it's not that hard for me to sit here and be like, oh yeah, people definitely want more content for the game. Because I could just sit here and look at what people are saying, and most of the time what I'm seeing is people just wanting more stuff for the game, which is understandable. But I am trying to get more stuff added. Like I know Suki wants more PvP stuff added because she thinks we don't have enough PvP stuff, which isn't wrong. Because the only things we really have PvP wise are just, you know, the game modes and what else is that? I believe it's just the game modes and rating, really. The only things we have for PvP. And then we're actually gonna have to where there's gonna be, or I think we're gonna have a mode where you can gain CP for fighting a bunch of players. I'm trying to get it added. I'm trying so hard to get stuff in the game. But you also gotta understand, everybody's busy with their other projects. A lot of people forget that most of the devs for Fistborn are front pagers, so most of them actually have their own stuff to do. But I am trying to get out as much stuff as I can for the game. Like, at least with what I can do. I talk to Suki pretty regularly. So, I'm just trying to get everything I can for the game. Because I know you guys want it. You know. I know you guys, like, you know, want all this stuff added. That's why I'm trying to get just more stuff added in general. Because I know, like, people are going to want it, and it allows content creators to excel even more, bro. Like, it just does. Because the more stuff the content creators can make videos on, the more popularity we're going to end up getting anyways. Ooh, I'm going to get with something. Weep. I know Muay Thai should be getting a buff. Should be. Its range is probably going to get a buff, at least on some of its moves. Because some of its moves are really underwhelming. But honestly, it's in one of those positions where I can, like, honestly say it's both in a good and bad position. Because it's not like it's in, like, a super terrible situation. If it was, I would have said that off right, but it's just not. It's the very definition of just being in a very mediocre position. Like, it's both somehow good and bad. Because it's just super, like, situational, I guess is the best way to put it. You also just have to have a lot of muscle or fat to utilize it, which, you know, I just don't feel like should be the case. That's actually why, muscle and... No, I know fat's not catching a nerf. I know for a fact fat's not catching a nerf. If it is, it's going to be a super minuscule one. But I do know that muscle should be catching a nerf pretty soon. Because, I talked to some of the balancers about it, and from my understanding, it's in a really bad area right now, at least player-wise. Because it does so much damage, whilst also... The thing is, it's like 4 in terms of damage, but the problem is it's also the fastest in-game, with the best combos. If you get what I mean. That's why I know it's, you know, either going to catch a nerf or, you know. However, I can't say whether or not it'll, like, catch a nerf to the range or something else. I don't know about that one. Do I think boxing should just inherently be fast? Yeah. Do I think it should be doing as much damage as it is? No. But, what doing this? But yeah, there's gonna be some balances coming around, some other stuff getting added. I'm pretty sure fishing is gonna end up getting removed. I could be wrong about that, but you know, we won't have a dock. I even asked if I could get it made myself, and I was told no. Because I know some of you guys like fishing. I will try to get like I will ask Suki if I can have something related to like fishing in some way, like some kind of minigame or something. Because I just don't think, you know, it should be entirely out the game. Because they did work hard on, you know, pushing that shit out. And I would feel bad for Senya after he made that macro and everything just for it to get removed. But yeah. Alright, well, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I really have to talk about this run for now. However, I will publish in a video later about anything else I find out. But if you have any questions, suggestions, or things you want us to get added, just hit my line.